Okay, let's try and see if I got all those boomer moments out of the way. Let me see how I sound. Okay, that sounds good. All right, so this is a long video, so I don't think I'm going to react to all of this. It's 41 minutes long, but this is the Heroscape Age of Annihilation playtest. So I think I'm going to react to what they say. If there's anything major like that's new in the game, they're going to be hopefully, I don't know. I actually haven't watched any of this yet, so I'm assuming that they do a setup and a playthrough of the game to try to get some hype going for the game. We'll see. Anyway, I'm going to hit play and pause as much as I can to see what's going on. Anyway, let's see what they do. It's a cool looking trailer, though.
Hey everybody, welcome. I'm Pat, this is Chris, this is Craig, and we're the Avalon Hill team. We were going to play some Heroscape in the office to play test out some new characters, but we figured, you know what, the door was unlocked, why don't we break into the studio and get it on film. Now Craig's going to run you through all the details, but first I want to mention that
Okay, I'm going to point out a couple of things that I can see already. First of all, that's a cool miniature, and the water tiles are clear. So the first edition of Heroscape had clear water like this, and then the second printing, in order to cut cost, that was the reason they gave. It was more of a solid blue, which didn't bother me at all. I have both, and it is what it is. So that's kind of cool. And these walls are different from the walls that were before. So I like the walls, but well, that is a cool miniature though. It's very imposing. It's not the biggest miniature I don't think that I've seen, but yeah. Okay. So these must be the cards. These pieces of paper. Because this is very much still in beta mode, alpha build, I guess. I would say that the release window, if the game gets funded, is for fall 2023. So they're probably still finalizing a lot of this stuff. So hey, we'll see what happens.
Heroscape is currently live on HasLab, looking for backers, so if you love this game, you love the rules that Craig is going to lay out for you, go back right now.
All right, so the Heroscapers have been playing these cards over and over again, the War Council, as I like to call them. This is the first time that Patrick and Chris are going to be playing the new version of the Bugs and the Bears. I'm going to tell you how to play Heroscape as we go. So Heroscape is played in a series of rounds. At the start of the round, you place your order markers. You have 4 of them on your cards. So why don't you guys go ahead and do that?
Yeah, don't cheat.
The order markers. The order
Makes for a
markers.
bad playtest.
The order markers have an X, a 1, a 2, and a 3. The X is like a decoy, just to throw your opponent off. At the start of the round, you roll a 20-sided die. That's the initiative die. Whoever wins that gets to flip down their 1 and then activate the units on that card.
Cool, let's get going.
Go first. Before Braun.
9.
9.
Oh,
You re-roll ties.
good.
Good.
All right. 15. There we go. There we go.
9.
All right. All right.
All right, so Chris goes first. He flips down his 1 order
All
marker.
right. We're going to get Bachnaber here going.
All right, so
this,
that's the
this
Maru.
Maru up here.
Yeah.
He's got a movement of 5. 1, 2.
For anybody who doesn't know, Morrow have been with the game since the beginning. They've almost been the mascot for the series. So that's who he's moving here. You can see that this is red, meaning that he's part of the Utgar faction. And these guys are orange, which is a new faction, and I won't have them memorized until I play the game a couple of times because, well, I'm really not willing to commit anything to memory yet. Also, looking at this, I'm sure people have noticed this before, but the terrain pieces in other Scape, like old Heroscape, they kind of laid in between, especially the broken walls that came with the master set, would lay in between the lines here. These actually rest on the hexes themselves, which I think is a good change. I think that's going to mean they're much sturdier. Also, there's that castle set that would also lay on the. I believe it was on the hexes themselves. I'll have to break open my set and look at it. But I don't think this is not the total amount of stuff that comes with the game. I think if I were setting this up, I would show all the terrain pieces that come in one board, just so people can see the scale. Because I think it's the most plastic pieces that we've most terrain pieces we're getting per a master set. But they're the ones playing. But anyway, yeah, that's pretty cool. So
3, 4, 5.
Right, just to slow you down, Chris, when you count movement, you count the side of the terrain. So he moved 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Yep.
And now you just check to see whether you have anybody in range, because he definitely has a gun. Your range is 5, so nope, you can't shoot anybody. But if someone was in range, then you could attack them.
Yeah, but my hope here is I'm going to kind of block you from that glyph up there by putting that blunderbuss in your face.
Good luck.
All right.
Good
So
luck.
now it's Patrick's one.
All right, so I am going to go with the Frostclaw Paladins. Now, they have Noble Champion bonding. Before taking a turn with the Frostclaw Paladins, you may take a turn with any champion you control that follows Jandar or Bolarak. Now, obviously, everybody I have follows Jandar, and I have Knight Primus Alderburn, so he gets to go first, right?
Yep.
Before my Frostclaw Paladin.
Yep.
Okay? All right, so he gets a full turn.
Yeah, full turn. And move and attack.
Move and attack. So he's got a movement of 6 to move right in. I'm going to pass right through one of my characters.
Yeah,
That's no
you can
problem.
move through your own.
All right, so what was it, 6? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Now I'm going to move my Frostclaw Paladin, and they have a thing called Run. So before moving a Frostclaw Paladin, you may add 3 to that figure's move value. If you do, subtract 2 from that figure's attack value this turn. So for all 4 of them, they can all move an extra 3 spaces.
Yep.
Great. So that is a move of 6.
Yeah, 3 plus 2.
Yeah, 6. Right?
Yes.
All right. I can add. I'm going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
I love these bears.
2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
They had gorillas with machine guns that I like too, but the bears are awesome.
6. That's probably a dumb way to go. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
Right, you want to be on high terrain, because if you're on a higher terrain than the person that you're attacking, you get +1 attack. Likewise, if you're on a higher terrain when you're defending, you get +1 defense. Dice.
Probably should have done that differently, but
Oh.
choices were made.
Yep, there you go. Now you flip down your 2, Chris.
All right, I'm just going to get into it here. So I'm going to activate Queen Maladrix the Conqueror, right? And she also has bonding ability. So the Festering Horde, the Honor Guard here, they're going to be able to move as well. So I'm going to take a turn with them. They've got a movement of 6. There's actually 5 members of that squad. So I'm going to get to kind of spread out here a little bit of the board. So this one's going to move into the water. Unfortunately, the water is going to prevent me from moving further at that point. But I'm trying to get back here. There's a glyph kind of hidden back here that I want to take advantage of and buff up my characters by potentially getting a hold of that. So now I'm going to move with these. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And then, so they've moved, they've taken their action. They have no range attack or anything, so they're kind of done at the moment. And then I'm going to get to move Queen Maladrix here. So she has a movement of 6 as well. And she's a peanut base, so I'm going to kind of monitor her, kind of the front of her base here. So 1, 2, 3.
The peanut base is referring to these little these larger, huge creatures. They take 2 spaces, and their movement is a little bit tricky because they can't end on unequal footing. So that is something to be aware of. And it doesn't look like she has wings. I don't know, so I'm guessing she doesn't have the flying ability, which would make her a potential pain to maneuver through. So that's part of the fun of Heroscape is, yes, you have these big creatures that attack a lot, but and have these huge attacks, but by building maps in certain ways, they can be a lot of fun to try to use them to maneuver through or around the terrain. So that is an enjoyable spot. Yeah, I'm going to talk about building the maps in a second whenever I'm done with this.
5 here, and I'm going to kind of leave her kind of here, kind of in the back, and being guarded by her honor guard. She's being screened.
I can see too by these walls, the way you set them up, that can make maneuvering quite annoying, which is fun. Like I'm sure this is going to be awesome if the set comes out. If these walls are going to add a lot of fun to building maps.
From your big old,
Brawny bears.
force club paladins there. So.
All right. So now, Patrick, it's your 2.
Yeah, and you know what I'm doing?
Moving the bears.
I'm moving the bears again. All right. So first I'm going to start with, again, that same bonding.
Primus. Yeah, you can move Primus.
Yeah, Primus.
6.
But he doesn't have a range, okay? Can we talk about how that's not advantageous to me right now?
Right. So you need to be adjacent to attack. So like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. You can actually get adjacent to this one.
Oh, with some advantage.
Because you have a move of 6.
So I'm getting strategy from the lead designer.
Yeah.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, I'm not
I
bad.
feel like this is cheating.
Yeah. So now we can.
He'll give you a pointer.
Yeah, we'll hope so.
So now we can actually
Alright,
go
this is
into an
fine.
attack. So you can roll your attack.
My
which
attack
is
is 5,
Yep.
doable, but I have crushing blow as well. After moving and before attacking, you may inflict 1 wound on an adjacent small or medium spawn. So he's adjacent, right?
no. He's not. He's not adjacent. If you were here, these
Oh,
both
you're
would be
Yeah,
adjacent.
because I'm
So
down
actually,
a level.
you don't even have to attack. You just crushing blow, squash this guy. He's gone. He's off. You can skip the attack, Patrick.
What a way to win.
And now you can move your bears.
Oh, my bears didn't even go. All right. I didn't even take my real move yet.
The frost claws.
Yep. That. Okay, so do I sprint again? Can I get to 3, 4, 5?
That glyph seems just out of reach.
But I might want to be right next to it, so if he runs for it, I'll just bash him next turn. Yeah, well, okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
Sorry, there's not a whole lot to commentate on right now.
One die. Do I wait? Do I attack after I move?
You move all your units and then you attack.
Alright. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Just like it.
Now,
This is a good shot of the sculpts here. This is I know some people we're not big fans of these miniatures. And that is, if you don't like the way they look, that's subjective, and your own taste. But I think the sculpts are pretty good. Next week I'm gonna break out some of my old Heroscape. I think just the original master set to kind of look at the differences, but I really do like these sculpts. The bears those are very imaginative. I like them. Yeah, these bugs too. I like bug creatures too. So I think these designs are good.
the only person that can. Yeah, you got one guy left. Yeah.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. No, that's a thing.
Fast moving
Just
bears,
back
man.
that up. Hold on. 1, 2,
Those frost
3,
claws, they
4, 5,
move.
6.
Oh, I'm sorry.
No problem. So now you just look to see who you can attack.
Playtest.
This guy is
there
the
a
only
cheat?
one. Bears have to be adjacent, so that then you definitely can hit that bug for sure.
Alright, I'm gonna smash another bug, get him out of my life. Alright, so that is, I have an attack of 3. What does that mean?
That means you roll 3 dice. Now, are you higher than that bug?
No, I'm even.
Okay, so there's no additional dice.
Alright,
You
3
just roll 3 dice. You're looking for skulls.
Alright.
Skulls count as hit.
Okay. Wasn't there a rule with the bears that if they move 6 spaces, they don't get to attack? They take a penalty to attack. I don't know.
I rolled 1 skull.
I have a defensive 3, so I'm going to roll 3 dice against your attack.
And you blocked it. So 1 skull got through, but he blocked it. Now, if he didn't roll any skulls, then since they only have 1 life, that bug would have come off.
He didn't roll any
But it
shields.
survived. Oh, no, I mean shields. Yeah.
Yep. So no damage.
What a weight.
So now it's
My turn.
your 3.
All right. Well, that is also Queen Maledict's Conqueror. She is also going to bond with those honor guards, so they're going to get to go now. Right. So I'm going to move. What's that going on here? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Yeah, you want to get the height if you can.
Yep. We're going to move up there. Have some fun.
I think you can get that glyph too, Chris.
Yep. 1, 2, 3,
I'm trying to
4,
be
5,
equal.
6. Yeah. You know. And,
Excuse me.
well, I get a +1 attack because it's
Yeah,
the
that's
glyph of
wonderful.
Astrid.
That's a bigger hit than what you gave me.
Right. So and then you got to come out of the water. Now that's an extra
1,
one. So
2,
that's
yep.
2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So I'm not quite at this other glyph yet, but next turn I might be able to take advantage of that. So with that, let's do some damage here.
Yeah, so the way the glyphs work in the game, if it's not obvious, is as long as one of the units that you control is standing on it, you get that buff. So you're kind of giving up a guy's movement on the field to get a boost. So there's some strategy with that, and you usually do shuffle them and put them face down, so nobody knows what is on the what's on the on the board until it's revealed, which is fun.
I think I'm going to start off with this little battle right here, see how that goes.
so
So
you
my attack is a 2.
You get +1 for the glyph.
Oh, yep. Oh, yes, I can't forget that.
All right, so
2 skulls.
defense is 4.
Yeah, the bears are tough.
2 shield.
Okay.
Boom.
Well,
Bring it on. I'm a bear. You're a.
So the reason the aggressor usually rolls first is because if he doesn't roll any skulls, there's no point in the defender rolling shields, so it's a time-saving thing. Unless there's some characters who have counters, which every additional shield you roll deals damage to your opponent, so those guys are a lot of fun. But anyway, yeah.
I'm going to roll 4 dice
Yeah.
on him because I'm going to get the advantage and the glyph.
Yeah.
Right?
+1 for each.
Nothing. So this isn't going in my favor very much. And then this gentleman right here, he's going to take a pot shot there. So one on that.
Come on, bears. I got 2, baby.
All right.
Oh my
Those
God.
tanky bears are going to be tough to knock down.
I'm from Chicago. Go bears.
So I'm going to go ahead and move Maledict's now. She's going to move in a 6.
This
1, 2,
scares me
3.
So much.
I'm going to move right here. And
No.
she's got
I didn't think you could get to him.
she's got to make an attack on you. She gets to roll 1 additional time when she does. So I'm going to roll my 5.
Yeah, she's got double attack, so
Yep.
she attacks twice.
Yep. I'm going to start off with my first. So her
She seems
attack
pretty
of 4
nasty.
+1.
I get an extra defense die, right?
Right.
Yep.
Is that got high ground?
You got the high ground.
Oh, you're kidding me.
There you go.
That's,
Oh my gosh.
Primus is tough though. Primus has a decent amount of life.
Oh, you still got to take 1.
Oh my
Okay, I
God.
took 1. So that's 1 damage marker. I'll just put on the.
Yep.
on our
Right, and then I get to
final card.
I get to go
prototype
ag-
everything.
Yep. I'm going to get to go again because of her double attack here. So another 3.
All
Right. So now roll your defense now,
So
Patrick.
again, that's Primus. I use mine. I get 5. No, 4 defense. Because it's my height. I got 2.
Oh, you still take another one.
1.
What kind of life are we looking at over
We're
there?
looking at 8 down to 6.
Wow.
It's gonna be tough.
He is kind of a beefcake.
Well, I might have to kill him a different way. So now that you're sitting next to me and it's the end of Maledict's turn, she has infestation. So after taking a turn with Queen Maledicts, you may choose a unique hero adjacent to Queen Maledicts and roll a d20. If I roll a 9 or higher, you may place one of your previously destroyed festering honor guards on the hero's card.
All right, mistake for me.
Yep. So
So then what happens?
Yeah.
Well,
So
how
at
does
the end of the round, if he rolls a 17 or higher, basically the infestation is complete.
So let's.
That sounds so nasty. I don't want to. Don't tell me what happens. It's still
So
happening.
we'll let that simmer, let
the end
that
of the-
fester inside Knight Primus for a little while, and see how that goes for me.
So at the end of the round, I do the roll.
Yep, the end of each round.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
So I got my
Ooh.
turn, right?
Yep.
All right, so I'm doing the same thing. No Killian, baby, just bears. So first I get to go with Primus Elderon, Knight Primus Elderon. So I think I'm going to attack because he's right there. I might as well just engage, right?
Yeah, you got the advantage.
I got the advantage. I might as well just do it because he might explode next round.
With any luck.
Now you could move here, not get the advantage, and crushing blow that bug and attack that.
Oh, I can do
Or-
crushing blow and a
Or
regular
yeah,
attack?
yes, or just stay there and get the +1 advantage.
He is quite the wild grizzly bear.
Your choice, Patrick. Trying to be an
You know
equal,
what? Yeah,
equal
you know
helper.
what? I'm gonna make this move because I gotta get rid of these little minions as well. So I'm not flanked by all these.
Yeah, and it's a
foes.
little bit of a sure thing, right?
Yeah, so I'm gonna crushing blow this,
All right.
this guy.
Which I'm just going to
I-
add to my pool of.
Can I get multiple eggs inside my face? Is that a thing that can happen?
Yeah.
Kind of wish they would explain crushing blow a little bit better. They kind of just skipped over it a little bit. Explains that I guess you instantly kill somebody somehow, but I'm not 100% sure. They didn't give the wording to that, which is fine, but it would help me a little bit. It'll help me to understand what's going on a little bit. Anyway.
Okay, that sounds good. So I gotta kill. I gotta squash this bug. So I have then an attack of 5.
No, I have a defense of 5.
I wouldn't have given up my height advantage personally.
2, and I'll absorb that. So the queen does not, deal with your petty little.
But you still get
You
the
know,
bears.
Yeah, how much health does this Marno have?
Bucknumber has a life of 5. He's a
What's his up close? His attack is only 2.
You definitely want to kill this guy here.
I'm gonna go 1, 2. I'm gonna go
Maybe move that guy.
1,
Hmm.
2, 3, 4. Oh no, 3. Is he I'm not sprinting.
Oh, he didn't sprint last time.
Where was this guy?
He was only 2 times. He was right here.
All right, so back this guy up one more time. I just got to point out a roll. Just try and put him back where they were.
I don't know.
Okay, so if you move away from this guy, he gets a attack of opportunity, right? So he gets a disengage attack. So
Wait.
you
Okay,
may want to just stay there.
Yeah.
And
Alright, I'll
likewise,
stay
like if you move all the way over here, you're moving away from this guy, so he would get an attack. So you may want to just not give them free
I just want
attacks.
to make sure I get multiple attacks on that.
Yep.
That person. Okay. Can I go? All right. So then this. I think all of this is legal where I am.
Yeah, and
Okay.
then you haven't moved that one.
And so 1, 2. Since I can only move 3, I can't get up there. So
No.
I'll just stay down here. I guess I'll take the hit. All right. So that's my turn as far as movement. So can I go after this one?
Sure.
So these guys are all on one card, and they're known as what is known as a unit. Units only have one hit before they die, but there's multiple of them. But yeah, so that's why you when you get an attack of opportunity in this game, you would roll 1 die in hopes to get skull, which isn't a terrible thing if you're a hero and you have a lot of hit points. But when you're a unit, that could mean you die. So that's why that's important.
I need to get him off the hook. So then that means my attack is 3.
Yeah, and your honor guard is 3
Three
defense.
defense.
You're on the same level.
1 coming.
Block.
Oh no!
It's blocked.
Okay, you good?
I'm all right.
I just
As long as my mic still works.
Now you just point to who's attacking, who's
All right.
defending.
I think this one's not attacking.
Yep.
Okay.
3, baby. That's a hot roll.
Dead bug.
That's a dead bug.
That just squished. And I'm gonna lose this, or I still keep it until
No,
he
you
takes
lose
it.
it. You lose it. It stays there.
All right.
Stays there.
So I don't
now
have the
can
advantage
occupy that
anymore, but
space.
neither do you.
Yeah.
Okay, perfect.
All right, so now I will try to squish that bug.
Yeah. So that bug is going to get an advantage
Yeah.
because it's
3
higher.
against 4, right?
Yep.
All right. 2.
Wow, you're rolling hot today, but
Blocked
blocked.
it.
You're not
Yep.
gonna
All right. Second. Chris will attack. 2.
Oh,
Oh, come on!
all right.
And
That exoskeleton is really working in my favor right
okay,
now.
so
Gotta get
everyone has
myself a fly
played.
swatter.
So now we're at the end of the round. So now we do
Oh,
any end
gross.
of the round things, which is a infestation roll.
All right.
All right. So, who rolls it?
It
Chris
says if I roll a 17 or higher, destroy the hero.
Hate this.
I can see that being frustrating.
My own hands.
Let's see if it works.
When you're rolling dice, it never is.
No! No!
Oh,
So that's
Wow.
That's really
gone.
bad news,
Yeah.
dude.
all right.
Yeah, yeah. Yeah,
Really
place
should've
that
brought
honor
Killian into
guard
play.
on the space.
Yep. So I'm gonna take him. He's
Put it
gonna
over.
join my horde.
Can I throw away this card?
Here,
why don't you
here's your dead bear.
9 seems a little low. I think it should be like 12 to 15 because it can one shot. You can initially like
It's a new
this
round,
one
so now you
shot
place order markers,
somebody.
So you can roll for initiative.
That's
All right.
That's bad though, because that's my bonding too.
Yep. Well, you don't have anything to bond with.
I know.
Maybe Killian can get in the game now.
Yeah, Killian better do some killing. All right.
Yeah. You might want to move the bears first and jump on that cliff.
That's what I'm thinking. I think I might go. Let's see what happens. Oh. Don't cheat.
All right.
We're like right on top of
roll
each
an
other.
initiative again.
Yeah, yeah.
All right. 4. I think
come on,
this might not work out for me.
One.
Nice.
All right.
At least I caught that
Chris
shot.
goes first.
All right. Guess what I'm doing? Oh, guess what? Queen Maladrex would like to go. We're gonna start off by again with the bonding, the festering horde.
Yeah.
We're gonna go take this lift. So I'll take the +1 defense. Thank you. Thank you. And I would probably be ashamed to move that without taking a whole bunch of opportunity attacks. So that's not gonna work. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That's not really gonna work.
Yeah, this guy's pretty stuck here.
Yeah.
But you would still will get an advantage attacking from there.
Now, if I move, everybody gets an
Yeah,
advantage.
yeah. So if you moved like here,
You can tell he's the one that designed the game
and you only have one.
because he's always looking at the rules and he's thinking, okay, this is how this works. They're demoing the game, which is fine. It's obvious these guys haven't played a whole lot of Heroscape, the other two guys, because they're being reminded of all the nitty gritty rules. It's kind of fun to watch people who have designed games play games. I don't know, or be around when people are playing their games. If he were playtesting this game, he really wouldn't be saying anything.
Just move him to lower ground.
Or if he was a good game designer, he wouldn't be saying anything.
2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
I'm gonna just check volume real fast.
So let's do that. Let's get going. So I'll take my 1 defense over here, and then let's attack
Okay.
the back of this very angry Frostclaw Paladin right here.
All right, so
I'm gonna roll 3 because I have +1, so I got 1.
I got
still.
two shields,
That's
baby.
not really gonna help me. And then I'm gonna do the same from the other direction. Yes.
Okay, so the bears are a squad with 2 life. So which
Oh.
one did you hit? This guy?
This guy right here.
So we'll just put a wound marker over here, just to remember that.
Okay, that's new to this game. Because normally squads, what did I call them before? I don't remember, but squads, they only had 1 hit, so that is something unique. I bet that's what those mini wound markers are for, so it'd be easier to put them on the miniature. But that's something that you'd think they could show off here. I don't know.
Now we know what that means.
Now you get to move the queen.
The conqueror.
I mean, remind me, it's been a long time since I've looked at Heroscape, so if I'm getting that detail wrong, was this the first time that squads have had HP?
This is bad news.
I'll just not rage.
This is really bad news.
Frostclaw Paladin.
Now you can't lay eggs in my face with her, right?
Yeah.
She can, but you're not a unique hero, so I don't
mean,
really get that
If
opportunity.
you ask my mom.
So I kind of
So, Master Set's traditionally only come with unique heroes and squads. Um, some people will argue that that is a drawback to the game, and I think that's a fair complaint. So the issue is, if somebody is unique, you can only have one of that card in your army. So Drake Alexander, for example, is a unique hero, and these bears are a unique squad, which means that if there were just like these, well, there's revolutionary soldiers in the game that you can play as, and they're a common squad, which means that I can have a whole army just full of revolutionary soldiers or zombies, because there's zombie squads in the game. So that is where that's a problem is a good chunk of the price that you're paying when you buy Heroscape is for the miniatures, and so you really don't need more than one set of unique heroes, maybe two if there's any particular heroes that people like both sides want. Major Q9 would be a big one. That's where that advantage would come from. We're having two sets of unique heroes, but any more than that, unless you play huge 4 or 5 player games. The point I'm making though is like realistically, you're not going to need more than one hero, and really, you're at most you need two of you unique heroes and unique characters. So they're asking $250 plus shipping for this game, which if you look at the amount of plastic you're getting, it's not that bad of a deal, and I'm going to get into that in a future video. I'm not mad about that. But the problem is, by offering common heroes and common units, at least that makes it a little bit easier. I would, okay, this is all what I want to get into next week. So I would just say that hopefully Heroscape and Hasbro learned the lesson from last time, and they just sell terrain packs. Because there are people who buy Heroscape just for the terrain. As you can see, and I'll pause it when we get a better view of the map tiles, but these maps are made to where they're like interlockable. So these tiles, these tiles are durable, and they hold together really, really well. So there's games like BattleTech, which is a hex-based game, or even like Dungeons and Dragons or Pathfinder, which isn't, but still, like you can play it on a hex if you just pretend they're squares. But this kind of terrain is great for other games. So I'm sure if they just sold the amount of terrain that they're promising with this base set, it would probably cost $50 or $40 instead of 200. Maybe not. I don't know. I'd have to do some math. But you could sell a good terrain pack for $50, and I think people would buy that. I know I would. I would buy this and then like 2 or 3 or 4 sets of just the basic terrain stuff, because the battling is fun in this game, but it is a little basic. Now, there is people who will say that it is easy to learn, hard to master, and I think that's true. There's people who consistently would win tournaments back in the day because they were the best players. So you do mitigate a lot of your luck by being a good player. The problem is the battling is half the fun. The other half that you spend more time with is building the maps. Again, my buddy and I, we spent more time building maps than we actually did playing the game. We would build the maps for like 2 hours, play a 1 hour game, and then tear it up, and that was the fun part. So, yeah, I'm going to go into some more detail next week about this, because I do want to cover this. I've been wanting to talk about Heroscape since before this got announced, and I was going to mention that I thought that was one of the big reasons why the game failed, and there's a lot of reasons. But one was, I remember reading from a guy who it wasn't George, at least I don't think it was, but one of the guys, he was a lead for Heroscape. He was put in after Hasbro's moved it over to Wizards of the Coast. A lot of history there, but somebody asked him, they were like, hey dude, like just give us terrain packs. And he's like, yeah, we're not doing that. And I don't understand why. Again, I want to cover this stuff in a video, but if you guys have any thoughts on it, I'd love to hear about it. So,
I don't lose that ability when I'm fighting the squad across ball.
Yeah, I mean,
Okay.
one, two, three, four, five, six. Can move a 6?
Yeah, I thought about that,
Oh.
but I
This is what I was talking about, by the way. This is this is how the terrain locks together, and it sits in these crevices here, and it works. It works really, really well. I've never had an issue with the game coming apart or not fitting correctly or bunching up. Like, um, like Settlers of Catan, that doesn't sit together very well sometimes. So this works really, really well. But this is a huge part of the price right here are the plastic. Remember, when you buy a board game, it's a piece of cardboard with printing on it. This is a different beast entirely, and which is one of the reasons why it is much more expensive. So, again, these are all thoughts I have for another video. It'll probably be more scripted and edited, but anyway.
do I get an opportunity because
Yeah, because you have a double attack. I'm just saying, if you
All
kill
right.
that bear,
Excuse me.
it's up to you, Chris.
yeah, I just didn't know if I wanted the opportunity attack. So if you're
No,
telling
no,
me
you wouldn't take an opportunity attack because you're
Yep.
still gonna.
because I'm never really
you're
leaving
never really
the
leaving
engagement
it.
zone.
Yeah.
This seems.
Yeah, you can.
So I'm gonna.
You
You know what? The
I would
camera's
shout
facing that line, so
malarkey, I
we
say.
wanna make sure that she's got a great presence on camera right here, since we've got these amazing camera team kind of behind the screen here. So let's do that. So if that's the case,
I hate all of what's happening.
if that's the case, I'm probably gonna go after him.
Who are you going after?
This crossbow pattern right here. I
Is
mean,
that the one with
That's
the
even ground. Yeah, even ground. So
Yeah.
that's gonna be
Alright.
5-on-4, I think.
Yep, I've got a 4 attack, but I get to go twice. So
It's worth noting that facing doesn't matter in this game, which is fine. Again, this was meant to be a game. This was targeting people who were my age when the game came out, like 10 to 15-year-olds initially. So you could overcomplicate this and just take a lot of the fun out of it, especially for kids who don't have large attention spans. So I don't mind stuff like that. It doesn't really bother me that much. But just worth noting that doesn't matter. You don't have to face your opponent too. Now you do if you're doing a ranged attack. At least I believe so. So anyway,
let's start off with those 3 skulls right there.
Ooh, that's pretty good.
Okay. Come on, baby. Come on.
3. Yeah. Wow. All right.
Bears always win by having a good defense.
Same Frostclaw Paladin, same attack. 3 more. Rolling hot for this.
See if Patrick can do it again.
Oh, that's not fair. That's not
No,
fair.
no.
that would have been a
Dead
great
bear,
attack.
dead bear.
Two.
Yeah,
Yep,
2
taking
lives.
two
dead
wounds.
bear.
OP. OP. That's what I've declared during this playtest.
Wow, this playtest is working out great. I think it's perfectly balanced. I would say perfectly balanced.
Well,
there so far.
now it's Patrick's turn.
I'm
I
also
think.
kidding. I'm just upset because I'm losing. All right.
Right, so Chris's infestation for the queen only works on heroes, so he can't do it on the bears because they're a squad.
All right. So now, Craig, you've been doing a lot of coaching for Chris.
Who are you moving now?
Have you? I don't know.
So I feel like I hope that doesn't mess up the mic. I want to get this guy here.
Yeah, you want to get that on that attack.
I need to
roll.
turn this guy around. Well, I'll cheat him towards camera so he's like Sylvester Stallone. You know, he's gonna do his.
Yeah, that
best
bear's
work.
in a tough spot because you have a bug on either side, this guy, and he's got 1 wound, so you really want to just leave him there.
When you're not attacked, you just want to kind of hold just hold the line.
Okay. I think I want to attack this one because I want to get him out of the mix,
Yeah.
and then this guy will attack.
Because he's not showing on camera really well. You're just gonna
Yeah,
clean up the visual.
All right, so I get the boost. So that gives me now I have an attack of 4
Yep, from the glyph.
from the glyph.
3 plus
and then
1.
5, this guy gets an extra one because he's got high ground, right?
Yeah. Are you going to attack the queen?
Yeah, I'm attacking the queen with this.
Okay, yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
So 5.
this
This queen though has like 1,000,000 hit points.
No, just 6. That's not 1,000,000.
650. No. All right, here we go. Come on. There we go. 4, baby. 4
that's
hits.
pretty good. But she's got a defensive 5 and 1 for honor guard is kind of hanging out back here on this
That's
list.
fine. I got 4
So I'm
coming
gonna
your way.
roll. I'm gonna roll 6.
All right, let's do it.
All right. That is not gonna work.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna take 3 damage. She's kind of lost about half her life at this point. So she's pretty angry. She's pretty angry with you, Patrick.
I'm pretty angry with her. So
Yeah.
it's,
All right,
it's
so now you have
mutual.
that other bear, this guy, I think, right?
Yeah, now that bear, and I
That's the
think that
one that's
bear's
not
gonna,
doing anything this turn.
this bear's bleeding, but gonna smash that guy right there.
All right, so that's 3 + 1 for the glyph.
Yep. But I have the high ground, so don't I get a second one?
Yep.
Okay, so I got 5.
Oh my gosh, this glyph. So I got 4 because I got
You got
3
the
plus
glyph
1.
too. You got the attack glyph. You got the.
4, baby! Come on!
That's not gonna happen.
Ah,
dead
smash
bug.
that bug.
I wasn't living
Smush
through. I wasn't
Yeah.
living through that roll.
I needed that.
Yeah.
I needed that. Sorry,
Alright.
I'm shouting because I love this game. Okay, now what happens?
My turn.
That doesn't seem right.
You should have your 1 flip down.
What did I do? Oh, I'm sorry.
So now that you've angered her highness, her majesty.
She
is
gets
going
too
to,
many turns.
She's kind of. Unfortunately, this bonding
bugs.
is not necessarily working out in my favor much anymore because I'm down to 2. So the Festering Honor God is kind of losing a little bit of its luster as it takes a lot of damage here. But I'm going to keep that one where it is. Get the +1 to attack by being on the high ground, and roll 3 on angry wounded Frostla there.
No, he's gonna do great. He's gonna do great. You're
I
gonna do
got
great,
1.
buddy. You got this, buddy.
You're gonna fail.
You got this,
Fail.
buddy. You
Nothing.
got this, buddy. There we go.
All right, that's not
Still
going to work for
alive.
me.
It was the pep talk. It was the pep talk.
This is a little, just a little thing that it's kind of cracks me up. There are board game. First of all, board game players are very fickle, and very particular, and I think that's just like a personality trait that comes with playing board games. To me, I don't know. I would love to. I'd love to talk to some people about it, see what they think. But usually, people who play board games tend to be very opinionated. I've literally seen and this isn't just. It's a minority, but it's not a insignificant minority of people who literally have told me they hate rolling dice. They can't stand the randomness of dice. And if that's you, that's fine. But you can see the natural tension that dice build when you're playing. I think rolling dice is inherently fun. So when you had tension like that, and you see these big rolls and these big failures, it's a lot of fun. If you don't like rolling dice, that's fine. But Heroscape is not for you. But I just don't. I guess I have a hard time understanding that mentality because I've always loved chucking dice, and I think that there's a lot of fun to it. And I think Heroscape actually makes it a lot of fun too. Anyway.
So as long as the queen doesn't necessarily move out of.
Yeah.
But she can't do anything this turn because she's kind of sleeping.
Well, I can kind of move her, but what's going to happen if I kind of move in between these here? Can I make that happen?
Yeah, if you can
Okay.
fit,
Seems
you
unfair.
can make it happen. Oh, look at that. You
Yep.
can fit.
So
Hey, my wound marker fell off. That means that wound doesn't count.
that wound actually that adds extra damage. so now that she's mad,
Okay.
she's going to take that 4 attack that she's.
Because of all the different sets I've bought, I have different color wound markers. I think for me, I will just designate, if I have squads that have wounds, I will designate that this color is for this guy and this color is for this guy, because that looks like that'd get annoying real quickly.
You know, and then she's gonna pop that bear.
Well, that you're higher than. So
Yeah,
you
he's
get
a little
plus-
lower.
plus
He's
one
a
on
little.
that. Plus
Oh,
one
this
on that.
poor.
He's at a little bit of a disadvantage. So why don't we add this die and make it a nice 5?
This poor bear.
Oh,
Yeah.
One attack on this bear.
You are
See, some people find that extremely frustrating. To me, it just
All right.
it just adds to the thrill of the game for me. What can I say?
Double
Same
attack.
Frostclaw
same
Paladin, same roll, 3 skulls,
Dead bear.
end of the bear, kill this guy.
You bring
That
optimism
smells
to
like
this.
dead bear to me.
Yeah, I smell burnt fur. Yeah, that's not happening.
That's a dead bear.
Yep.
Yeah, dead bear.
Dead bear. You served me well, sir.
I'll
served
do you a
me well.
favor though. I'll remove the wound marker from that guy.
Yeah, we don't even need
There you
that.
go.
All right, so now it's Patrick's 2. Let's
I
look
cannot
down to 2.
lose to this anti-gamer. All right. So it's my turn. I made a strategic mistake.
Did you move Killian?
Yeah, I put
Yeah, he
Killian
can
on.
shoot. He's fine.
Yeah, I have Killian going. All right, so he's got a move of 5. And then his range.
No, remember.
No, it says here his range is 1.
His range is 1, but his special,
Oh,
look at
his
his special
special.
attack.
But
Yeah.
remember, he is a donator syndicate. I mean, he does
Oh, I
this for money. Would he really put his life on the line for this? I feel like he would wait for better opportunities.
So, no, he would do it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. He
No,
just
no,
lost
no,
his
no, no.
best bear
the,
friend.
The edge of the battlefield, running away is this.
No. These two, they had a special thing going on, and now he's enraged. Okay, so then I don't think they count as. Let me see. I'm going to read the blunderbuss special attack. Choose a figure to attack. Any figures adjacent to the chosen figure are also affected by the blunderbuss special attack. Roll attack dice once for all affected figures. Each figure rolls defense dice separately. Killian Vane cannot be affected by his own blunderbuss special.
Yeah, so if you pop that queen, you're going to hit your bear too.
Which
so
you
you
should-
may
which you
want to
should.
attack that.
Yeah, well, I'm gonna get kill the bug, so then hopefully I have some sort of turn advantage. It's not much of one. This is bad news. Okay.
Yeah, but then if you kill the bugs, then he's only moving with the queen, which is
Yeah, he's
a
got
little
this
better.
bug. I know.
Yeah.
All right, I'm gonna blunderbuss the little bug.
All right.
Honor guard.
the
Now
honor
I
guard.
get an advantage from the range attack
Yeah,
as well.
yeah.
All right, perfect.
But you get your glyph advantage.
Oh.
Did you get your glyph advantage?
I'm going to add that glyph advantage. Thank
I
you,
rolled a
friend.
1. I got 1 skull.
Now let me roll these.
Oh, actually, a glyph advantage doesn't count for special attacks. Sorry.
I didn't roll it. I didn't.
Oh, okay, good. You're fine.
I just rolled the 3. Yeah.
Oh, you don't even roll.
No, you can roll your defense. I got 1, babe.
Oh, okay.
Barely.
I'll take it. I'll take it. It's still a win.
He rolled so many dice.
Yeah, that was 3 plus 1 for the height plus 1 for the glyph. So
Yeah.
he's all
Yeah,
geared
well,
up
and I'm
offensively.
Tanked out.
You are tanked up.
All right, so
All
3.
right,
You're,
bite me some
you're
more.
3, Chris.
Nope, negative. It's actually first officer.
You're gonna
Hoffer.
shoot me.
Yeah. So ironically, being in that beautiful shade of red, he's a follower of Ukar. That blue that kind of offends me, being Xandar. So I think I'm gonna take advantage of this.
I'm the
this
good
moment.
guy. I'm the good guy.
2, 3, 4, 5.
Oh no.
Yep, just line up that shot for me, Killian Vane the third.
That's fine.
And let's take advantage of that range of the attack too. And
So my defense is 3.
This works. Intimidate.
yeah. So before we do that though,
Read it
he
aloud.
He is very scary indeed. He has a special rule called Intimidate. So small and medium based figures with a 3-space clear line of sight from Berna roll 1 less defense die when
Ouch.
attacked by the captain.
All right.
So,
If I knew a guy who liked to use this combo, I would definitely be using
So you get
a lot of ranged guys.
plus 1 if you're higher.
let's add that extra 1. I'll take the 1 skull.
No.
It's only 1.
So take that damage.
I got my
Killian's
wound.
got life. He's
Killian.
fine.
Killian's got life. He's got 4
I'm just
left.
letting him know
4
I'm
left.
here.
All right,
I'm
you're
just letting
3.
him know I'm
You're
here.
3, Patrick.
I guess I am watching the whole thing. Sorry.
One bears is good.
Yeah. So I don't really want to get off that glyph.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna swing with this bear at this big old queen again.
Yep.
All right. So that's going to be an attack of 4.
Onto a defense of 6 because I'll get the +1 due to the glyph. So let's see what we got.
Jander, come on, get my back, bro. Get my back. I rolled a 1. Oh my gosh.
It would have been a
enough.
great attack roll, but
All right, so
still enough to,
that's the end of the round.
That's
now
the
you play
round.
sword and marker.
That's the round. All right. I mean, this might be it.
Yeah, this might be the
This might
final
be it.
round. It might be.
Yeah. This game, I love how fast it plays. You just kind of dive in and get going. It's so awesome. And I do think that these characters are really fun.
Yeah, the order marker thing too. Like if you're like the queen has 3 hits on her, like so you may not want to put all your order markers on the queen because if she dies on turn 1, then you're kind of like you lose 2 turns essentially.
yeah, it's a little bit of risk at this point.
Really should have thought about this glyph down here. I'm like, it's too far away. I can't do anything about it. At this point.
I'm glad this little
Sacrifice this little guy.
follows instructions
Hides
quite
in the
well
corner.
from Queen, right?
Just know, Chris is a coward. Just know that much.
What? He is following orders.
Oh, this is for
Initiative?
I need this.
17. 17.
That's good.
That's a
If you roll it more, you get higher.
Reroll. All right. Well,
Not
what's-
because the crit. Do I
At
get to go
least-
twice?
show us your one. No,
Yeah.
you
Do I get to go twice?
No.
At least
You know,
wasted
again, I
one.
might have made a mistake. I have got Killian going first.
That's okay.
Yeah, but that was my choice. I made it. I'm gonna stick with it.
So to be fair, playing when people are like cameras are on, it does distract you because you're hoping that you're not looking stupid for the camera. I always look stupid, so this is easy for me to forget about it. But yeah, I will say though, for people who say that there's a nervous energy when you know that there's going to be eyes on you, and you don't want to make people wait. So yeah.
I think I am going to have Killian come up here. You know, I think how am I?
What's your range one attack?
My
It's
range.
like 4 or something, right?
Yeah, so it's higher. So I guess I'll just storm.
Yeah.
Storm
All right, we
one
can have
there.
the face off.
Yeah.
The
Yeah,
two Dawn
that's
Raiders.
that's the better move.
Jandar Utgar right
got
on the
that.
battlefield there.
You got that cleaver in your right hand.
Yeah, that's
Might as well
right.
use it.
I got 5. Yeah, I got 5 attack. That's a pretty beefy attack.
Yeah, it is.
All right, here we
You
go.
want the
Here we
bug or the marl?
go. I want tomorrow.
All right. I'm gonna roll my +1.
How many hit points is tomorrow?
5.
He's 45.
5.
Yeah, I want tomorrow. 3.
1.
Ooh,
All right, 2
took
damage.
2. Took 2. All right, now it's Chris's 1.
Maybe should have gotten rid of the bug to the turn economy, but I'm so scared of that Morrow popping me to death.
Yeah, unfortunately, you probably took the space I wanted to occupy with the queen. But I'm still gonna get to go with the festering horde here. So he's gonna stay there. He's gonna hang out next to you. There's no point in having him run around. So I'm gonna start there. Roll my 2 attack dice with my festering honor horde. Killing being, he's gonna ignore this attack. I might as well take advantage of it. No
Nothing.
damage.
2 defense. So then I get 2 life damage.
So, talking about dice superstition, you never waste a roll. He just wasted that too.
I think I saw that movie.
I'm making up my own rules now. You can call me Pat Van Ness.
Okay. So now it's the queen's turn. She's gonna stay where she is.
Nah, leave me alone.
All
right,
I
Bears.
wanna kind of fight one duel.
That double attack is devastating.
Let's start with the three skulls on the first attack.
3 skulls.
Yep.
Ouch.
I
So
get 4.
even ground is just your normal defense.
Yep. Just 4. I gotta get 3 or more shields.
Take
2.
one.
So
Take 1. Yep.
this goes on.
Alright.
And in
Anywhere close is fine.
the game, we'll have small ones, right? that-
Yeah, it'll
that
clip
fit.
onto the base. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, it clips on. Okay. That's pretty cool.
3 more.
Ouch.
3 more, Patrick.
Burnt fur. I smell burnt fur.
You stop, man. The positivity. We are the good guys.
She's got a lot of.
I got 1. That's a dead bear.
I'll give you the honor of moving up.
Yeah, it's such an honor to
Just be
lose.
careful not to touch her. You might kind of put your lack of luck, your unlucky.
My bad dice rolls.
You don't want to do that.
All
know, I
right.
did.
Well, it's the Patrick's
Next,
turn.
he
It's
needs
the good guys can
the
rally
guy in the
around.
green needs to
Well,
blow
I
any of the
got
guy's
another
dice.
bear. I'm gonna have to take the bear off the blip.
Yeah, you got to attack.
Right?
He should have done that a turn before. It would have given him 2 attacks on her.
Step up and do what bears do best. I've hit things. All right. Take this.
I love it.
I hate losing. I'm gonna win. You're gonna win.
You get 3 hits here. You could kill him. You kill that queen.
2 coming.
Oh, you.
Okay. All right.
Some bad dice rolling happening over here.
All right.
All
Now
right.
it's Chris's 2, I think.
Yeah, I think so. Oh, it's the queen again.
Oh my God!
What a shock.
She is having some fun. Why don't we start off with our little fort here? This little festering honor god. Rolling his 2
Now, I
attacks.
really shouldn't help Chris at this point.
Well, he could. I don't know.
But Patrick, do you want me to just?
I
keep
mean,
quiet?
no, you
It's
do
all right,
you.
don't worry
You
about it,
do
don't
you.
worry about it, don't worry about it.
We can put a big asterisk on this win.
Nothing from him. But the queen's gonna go.
Of
Right,
course
and
she
you-
is.
you
She
made
gets
that-
14 moves and she
Yeah,
rolls
she does,
200
and she's
dice.
not really gonna disengage
6,
you. So, obviously we kind of want her.
Cause that
We
Yeah.
want to get her kind of involved.
Definitely. Yep. She can go on the glyph. Whoops.
No, we're gonna fix.
you lose an attack die.
There we go.
Party foul.
Yeah, we're gonna.
That works.
Yep.
Don't listen to me about the rules.
Yep, we're good, right? So I'm
Ouch.
gonna roll that +1 attack on
How
you.
many is this?
This is 5 onto you now, twice. Right. So 3 for the first
Oh
one.
my God! Straight shields, baby. Straight shields. That's 2.
Take 1.
Double attack, though.
I'll just put it on my piece of paper.
So let's try
Alright,
this again.
come on.
3 more.
Dead bear.
The dead bear. All right, Killian.
We'll face
You
your back
know-
camera for a little bit of a
A little gloating.
moment. A little moment.
She's
in the
doing a
sun.
little of this.
Yeah.
Where's your 3? Is your 3 on Killian?
No,
Or on the bear?
my 3 is on the bear.
Oh, that's gonna make this hard because Mr. Bach Burnout, he's got an attack. He's got some special stuff going on, right?
Yep.
So you're still gonna get your -1 defense because you're little and human, right? But he's gonna use his cutlass, right? And that will
Cutlass, yeah.
still let me use swashbuckler even though it's a special attack, or do I have to use a regular attack there?
No, swashbuckler is not a special attack. It's just the second time you attack, you get +2 attack. So you get 1 attack of 2, and then the second attack will be an attack of 4.
Okay, let's do it. We're gonna do a little bit of a feint
You
move
know,
here. Right?
I
Poke
take this
and jab,
all the way back.
Poke and jab, little poke and jab. So there's the one.
When I
skill for the
lost
first
my
attack.
knight, it was downhill from there.
It's kind of like shoot and then
Yeah.
hit him with the clean
Yeah,
shield.
so why don't you take that first wound?
Is that 1 wound?
Yeah. And then we're gonna come around with that.
I got 3 life
We're gonna
left.
come around with that cutlass of his and make another jab at 4 skulls.
1. That's 3.
It's over, I think.
That's over. That's game.
Oh, let me do that for you. Let me take
No,
it out
hey,
for
hey,
you.
hey.
Oh, look at that. Yeah.
You know, he was a paid mercenary. Get out of here.
Hey, that was a good game test for sure. I think the moment when the bug triggered early, I mean, you had 8 life. It killed an 8 life hero.
Yeah.
So you had to roll a 9 to put it on. You had to roll above a 17
Yeah.
to make it work.
Yeah.
So it doesn't happen every time, but it's fun when it does.
I'd say
That
it's
was very
perfectly
fun.
balanced. It was
Yeah.
based all on strategy, right? Literally the best strategy gamer won was how this played out.
That I do not like. But I will say, that was really fun. I mean, I caught some really tough rolls early, and I think once the night went down, it was just like I needed luck on my side.
That's
from there on out.
150 points.
Yeah.
I think
it
you
didn't
also
happen.
might have made a mistake letting me go unopposed on that cliff the entire game and just giving me defense across the whole game.
Yeah, that was a mistake as well. I thought I'd be able to control that side of the board a little better than I did, because I thought I'd have a knight that didn't hatch right away. I was hoping I could take your queen out. Did not happen at all.
No.
And there you go.
It creates a lot of opportunity for kind of new meta,
Yeah.
getting an
Very
opportunity to play
fun.
with some old units that maybe were considered a little OP at times. Now you've got some equalizers kind of happening in this that kind of change up the landscape a little bit, the Heroscape.
And we did include the 2 classic lifts because we feel like those are the best ones to balance. Those lifts are from Rise and Valkyrie, but they're also in Age of Annihilation.
Yeah, it makes a good balancing play test.
Awesome.
Well, until next time, guys.
Yeah.
That
Thank
was
you so
fun.
much for hanging
Awesome.
out
Thank
with
you,
us.
Craig,
It was a
for,
blast.
Refereeing for it.
Yeah.
I like to give little hints here and there if I can.
I mean, and the only reason Chris won is because he's standing next to Chris.
Maybe I'll stand on Patrick's side next
Yeah, next time stand over here and I'll win. Anyway, thank you guys so much.
Thank you.
Customize epic battlefields. Draft your army.
Okay, this is a better look.
And
Oh,
join
okay,
the
I
greatest
see.
battle
This is still 3D renders. Okay,
of all time. Heroscape.
okay. So these are the little. I looked at this picture the other day, but these are the little miniature wound markers that will clip onto the base, which is good. I do like that. It'll remove some confusion. It looks like they're going to go with red markers this time. I'm not sure if that's final. I know this is all subject to change, but so it looked like they were using an old set with probably some 3D printed stuff. So this is interesting. It looks yes, okay. So this is what caught my eye and made me pause this. So this is it looks like what you put your walls on. You clip your walls to, and as you can see, like right here, you just clip it here, and then you could just have one here. So you don't have to have one of these on every location. These are just kind of for the pillars. I like that. I really do. I think these walls are going to be much more stable. Because I can't tell you how many times we were playing and we would actually knock a wall down. So I like that it comes with the jungle terrain. That was with the new Valkyrie that was introduced in Heroscape later on. I got one of those packs, but it would have been cool to get some more. That was at the kind of the end of Heroscape, where it was kind of dwindling, and it was very much dwindling. And they kept it as long as they could. They used it to get rid of some of their unsold 4th edition miniatures because they had a D&D crossover. So, okay. So if this is all the tiles it comes with, and it looks like this is probably what it is, it doesn't look like there's any lava, which is kind of annoying because as you can see here, they use lava for the background. Not sure what's up with... oh, it's not going to offend me, but in the opening graphic... let's see. Right here, see? They show lava tiles, so... I don't know if this is going to come with any lava sets or not, like lava tiles or not, but... anyway, let's go back to that board.
Customize epic battlefields, draft your army, and join the greatest battle of all time.
So I think one of the issues that people have when they say the miniatures don't look that great is because they are unpainted, and they are these weird colors. But that really, again, from what I've seen, the miniatures are plenty detail, like they have plenty of details on them. So I don't think that's going to. Okay, so what we're looking at here is a 3D render. And so it's hard to grasp how the miniatures are actually going to look. They looked really good in that demo, but I'm guessing those are all from like a 3D printer, which is fine. It was probably really close to what the games will look like. Another point of contention that people have had, and again, I need to make a video just talking about things, but would be the cards here that they're hexagons. It doesn't bother me if they go with this. Some people think that they should go with the original cards, and whatever they decide to do, it's not going to bother me. These would be easier to laminate than the other kind, because I do plan on laminating all my stuff. They've even talked about going with tarot card sizes, which there's already sleeves for those, so I wouldn't be against that at all. I do like that they're bringing in jungle pieces. So I hope that a future master set would have, like, I would even call it like Fire and Ice, kind of capitalizing on the popularity, not even the popularity, but just the name recognition of like Game of Thrones. But definitely have like the snow and lava terrain in one set, because getting a hold of lava terrain and snow terrain was a pain, because they decided it'd be a good idea to make it exclusive to Target or I think it was Toys R Us and Walmart. And then they didn't print a bunch either. So, yeah, that was fun. But I really do like the wall sets. I think that is enough of a new thing to make this interesting. So, I don't know. I'm going to talk more about this next week. I'm going to make another video just talking about some of the complaints I've read on the internet, because last time when I was just kind of reacting to the news, I didn't know what people were saying about it, and I would like to talk about the miniatures. But yeah, so let's see.
Heroscape, Age of Annihilation, become legendary.
So that yeah, I'll just
Hanging out with us. That was a blast.
Refereeing for it.
Yeah.
become legendary. Was that always a tag, or is it a new tag? I don't remember. Okay. I think I'm going to. My final thoughts is it was a really fun video to watch. Um, I think it would have been better if they would have had a box that would have had the dice in it, that they would roll the dice in. That way you could have seen the dice rolls. That's part of the fun is watching and hearing, and a good way to do that is um, I've even seen the dice tower have a green screen box. So whenever they would roll the dice or show a card, they would put it on top of this green screen and it would be much larger and it would take up, and because it was on green screen, it wouldn't really interfere with uh, the board, which is great, by the way. Good job, Dice Tower, for doing that. That looks awesome. Just imagine if I had a green screen behind me, and I could set up my streaming software to. When you would see me, I would just kind of be floating out here in outer space instead of what's behind me. I like the board games behind me, so that's why I do it. But so stuff like that. I mean, it would have been cool to see the dice roll, but it is what it is. But it was a competent video to show people how Heroscape worked. So one of the concerns that people are having is a lot of players are on edge because it hasn't made even half of what they want for backers. I'm going to talk more about that next week. But apparently they were kind of anticipating this to be a slow burn. I have no idea. So I'm going to go and do some details next week. I'm going to kind of create some bullet points on things that I want to talk about, address some critiques, some fair and some not so fair about the way they're doing this. But yeah, so that's my video. I hope you guys have a good rest of your night, and I'll talk to you next time.